Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5.
President Volodymyr Zelensky has hit out at NATO for what he sees as delays to making Ukraine a member. He says it is unprecedented and absurd not to have a time frame for Ukraine's membership, adding that uncertainty was weakness, and that he will openly discuss this at the summit. With NATO meeting in the Lithuanian capital for the Vilnius summit, Jens Stoltenberg insisted Ukraine would get a clear and positive message on membership. While NATO members agree Kyiv cannot join during the war with Russia, they have disagreed over how quickly it could happen after the war and under what conditions. Meanwhile, the Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson says he was happy with the Turkish green light to Sweden's NATO membership bid.
For all the efforts throughout this process.
Turkish President Tayyip Recep Erdogan late on Monday agreed to send the Nordic country NATO's application to Parliament for ratification, appearing to end months of opposition that strained the bloc.
It's well known that Sweden, after 200 years of non-alignment, we seek common protection, but I also want all NATO allies to know that we also provide security, provide common security, and we are here for the long term. We are decisive in fighting terrorism, we're decisive in fighting organized crime, so I think Sweden has a lot to bring to the table as well. So I'm very happy with this result from yesterday, and now we look forward to the final 2 ratifications.
So welcome to you.
And Finland received a warm welcome at the summit in Vilnius after becoming the 31st member country to join the organisation in April.
First time we are full members attending the NATO meeting. The first good news we heard already, I mean that our good neighbor Sweden has succeeded in their negotiations to get some green light to their membership, and that is most important for us in Finland too, not just because they are good friends and neighbors, but they are very much needed in securing the Northern European security.
Уже и Хельсинки, и Стокгольм обсуждают с Соединенными Штатами.
Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said they would take what he called appropriate and timely measures in response to the expansion of the NATO military alliance. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has said that the allegation that one of the BBC's star presenters paid a teenager for sexually explicit photos was both concerning and serious. The broadcaster suspended a male member of staff on Sunday following the claims published by the Sun newspaper about the presenter.
Look, we have an existing set of laws that govern free speech and privacy. I think it's important that the BBC conducts this investigation quickly and rigorously, given the concerning and serious nature of the allegations.
Mr. Robert Smith, what's your reaction to the judgment?
Australia's most decorated living soldier, Ben Robert Smith, is appealing against a landmark defamation judgment which found he committed war crimes. A judge last month ruled articles alleging the Victoria Cross recipient had murdered 4 Afghans were true. It was the first time in history any court has assessed claims of war crimes by Australian forces. A swollen river in India's northern hill state of Himachal Pradesh has showed no signs of abating following heavy rains that lashed the region, causing widespread flooding and inundating homes. Eyewitness video captured a partially submerged temple and a damaged bridge in the swollen Beas River. Floods and landslides in Himachal Pradesh state has killed at least 72 people within the last month. And a volcano has erupted on the Reykjanes Peninsula in southwest Iceland near the capital Reykjavik, following intense earthquake activity in the area. Images and videos showed lava and smoke emanating from the side of the mountain. Unlike the eruption in 2010, which halted approximately 100,000 flights and forced hundreds of Icelanders from their homes, this eruption is not expected to spew much into the atmosphere.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.